himself as a sub in case of emergency. The warning signs were flashing immediately. Accrington could have been ahead before Robbie Williams' 10th minute opener. Macclesfield had barely made any forward progress until the half hour, when Stanley's defence was slow to clear. John Miles equalised. A familiar tale.
We'll have to score 3 to win, I would think.
Centre-back Williams then went off injured, leaving a big hole Ince's revived side exploited. Miles scored his second. That sinking feeling had switched sides.
I told you we'd have to score 3, didn't have to win.
But Accrington do score goals. Just when Macclesfield thought they'd got to half-time ahead, Mark Proctor made perfect contact.
Great goal. Yeah, in fact, that's the second time he's been hit box all year. I'll have a water. Thanks.
The psychological balance had shifted back towards the red corner. Accrington's appetite had returned. Proctor began the second half as he'd ended the first. Arguably the most important goal of their season, and Eric had missed it.
Missed it.
Accrington was safe if they could hold on, but the tension was undermining Macclesfield's every move. Never did the team look like hitting the target. At last, the final whistle. Accrington deserved the win that meant so much.
The Stanley have survived. For the most loyal fans in the country, and for their chairman and manager, they deserve this happy ending. Maybe this will convince the lost fans to start turning up next season.
We've won our last 5 home games, that's what sorted us on. And hopefully we won't get instantly.
Now the rest of League Two, and there's still a lot to be decided. Lee Thorpe's first half dismissal for clouting Ernie Cooksey should have been a boost for Beleaguered Boston, but relegated Torquay still took the lead. Lee Mansell sent shivers round the ground. But Drew Broughton's equaliser, which came 7 minutes from time, was significant. Now Boston will definitely stay up if they win away at Wrexham next week. At the top, Swindon took the short trip to Bristol, optimistic of promotion. But Rickie Lambert struck the decisive blow for playoff-chasing Rovers. And even as the home side celebrated, more bad news for Swindon was coming through from Adams Park, where Wycombe's Jermaine Easter had just planted his elbow in Dean Lewington's face and taken the long, lonely walk. If the MK Dons drew, then Swindon would still go up, but the extra man told 2 minutes from time. Gary Smith took the fight for third place to the final week. Still time for Isel McLeod to add a second. Swindon need just a draw in their last fixture. The snag is, it's against title-chasing Walsall.
Walsall moved to the top of the table on goal difference with a 1-0 win over Wrexham. Ishmael de Montagnac scored the goal, and they could be celebrating the title next weekend. Wrexham have a crucial date themselves. They need a point against Boston to ensure survival. A vital away point for Bury at Stockport means they can't now be relegated. A goalless draw at home hardly what Stockport wanted as they continue to chase a playoff place. Hartlepool's hopes of winning the title suffered a big setback at Rochdale. It took the home team just a couple of minutes to go ahead through Glenn Murray. Richie Barker's had a great year for Hartlepool, but this wasn't his day. He had the chance to equalise from the penalty spot after Simon Ramsden fouled James Brown. Matt Gilk saved the day. Rochdale were also awarded a penalty when Murray was fouled by Mark Tinkler. Adam Rundle took the kick, but again the goalkeeper came out on top. Dimi Konstantopoulos of Hartlepool with the save this time. Barker's poor afternoon got even worse when he was dismissed for deliberate handball on his own goal line. He scored 24 goals this season, clearly more effective at the other end of the pitch. And Barker's red card meant another Rochdale penalty. This time it was scored by Chris Dagnall. So 3 penalties and 3 dismissals too. Rochdale's Andy Monkhouse and Hartlepool's John Doolan, both dismissed late on for their part in this incident.
Lincoln are limping into the playoffs after 1 goal and no wins in 6, but this was a precious point nonetheless, despite the efforts of Tom Newey and Gary Jones. Next week, Grimsby will attempt to trip up another playoff bid as they head to Shrewsbury, who recovered from their midweek slip-up against Wrexham. Stuart Drummond with the only goal at Edgar Street. But while Lincoln and Shrewsbury fight on, Peterborough's chance vanished and they only had themselves to blame. Adam Newton's back pass was a gift for Simon Yeo, who joined from Peterborough in January. Posh needed all 3 points, but they only got one thanks to Dave Artell's second-half own goal. Cue 20 minutes of Peterborough pressure, but the winner wouldn't come, much to the frustration of Posh boss Darren Ferguson, who was sent from the dugout late on. Not quite as good a day as his dad.
Mansfield can prepare for another season in League Two. A home win coupled with results elsewhere ensured their safety. Goals from Barry Conlon at the end of the first half and Simon Brown midway through the second gave them a first victory in 9 games. Adam Birchall scored a couple of minutes later for Barnet. A triumph for perseverance this one, but not enough to rescue anything from the match. Just 1 goal settled things at Notts County, and it was the away team who scored it. Dave Rowson's deflected shot 8 minutes from time. Swindon need just a point next weekend against Walsall to secure automatic promotion. The MK Dons are waiting for a slip-up, and 4 teams are battling for the final 3 playoff places. All these clubs in mid-table will already be planning for another season in League Two. And at the bottom, either Wrexham, Macclesfield or Boston will join Torquay in the conference. So quite a match at the racecourse ground next Saturday when Wrexham and Boston play each other.